Good evening, meteorologist Jeff Edmondson here. We have a storm system that's gotten a little bit stronger. ELSA is now a Category 1 hurricane once again. As it's been over the warm Gulf waters, it's gotten a little bit stronger, and the storm is going to make that push to the north. So the strongest part of the storm over the water, but they still are seeing some of the effects of that storm system into parts of Florida. Between now and tomorrow afternoon, the storm will move back into northern Florida and weaken back into a tropical storm. So by Wednesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it has 65-mile-an-hour winds. As the storm advances to the north and moves into North Carolina, still south of our area, but this is 3 o'clock on Thursday. You can see the time here at the top of the screen. That's when the storm is now a tropical depression. It has wind speeds sustained at 35 miles an hour. So as it travels over land, it will get weaker, and we should be looking okay as it moves into the area. However, it's where the path is going to be. The path brings the storm and the depression right on top of us by about 10 o'clock on Thursday night, and going into Friday morning, it starts to move back out over the water. Once it hits the water, boom, it tries to get a little bit stronger. The wind speeds only increase by about 5 miles an hour. So as the storm moves away from us, it'll be getting a little bit stronger. But as it moves away from us, the effects are going to decrease. So because it's becoming a tropical storm as it hits the Atlantic, shouldn't be a big issue for us here in Hampton Roads, that changeover to depression to a tropical storm. So don't be so concerned about what icon it looks like as it hits the water. But still, it's all about that path. There goes the storm. Again, looking at the infrared satellite tonight, see the areas of purple that were appearing earlier just to the west of Tampa and Sarasota. It's a strong storm system, and it's getting stronger. It's not the strongest hurricane ever to hit Florida. It's far away from that, but it still is a strong tropical storm, and it is one that's bringing a lot of heavy rain to the area too, and this is probably what we're going to be dealing with as this moves into the area. Just a rainmaker right now. This storm system is moving to the north. You can see the center of circulation here towards Sarasota right now and near Tampa. That's where the strongest storm is, but there's also some heavy rain that's moving in towards Naples as well. So that's another thing that we're watching. Tomorrow for our Wednesday, we're totally clear. So for our Tuesday night, we're fine. It's pretty warm and humid out there. And yeah, it's going to be really hot and humid tomorrow. We're going to have temperatures in the mid-90s. But Thursday is what we're looking forward to and when that rain could be moving in. Our future track has rain south of the Albemarle Sound and around the Albemarle Sound at 9 a.m. on Thursday. Look what happens by noon. It starts to advance to the north. So now we see some of those bands of rain moving through the Hampton Roads cities by around noon on Thursday. Some of those bands could contain strong thunderstorms. So that's one thing that I'm watching for. But here comes the main part of the tropical system, and that's Thursday into the late afternoon and evening. That's where we have that storm center down to our south that's starting to move in. So here it is by 6 o'clock. From this model, it looks like it's advertised to be right around here. So since we're on this side of the storm, this area is where we could see the stronger storms. On the left and top side of the storm is where it's a little bit weaker, where it's just going to be rainfall. So that's what we're watching for by Thursday evening, just before sundown. Into Thursday night after sundown, the strongest storms are now centered over the eastern shore. The center of the low is somewhere around here, according to this model. And these storms that are trailing down to the south could also be on the stronger side too. So that's a possibility as well. And that's going into Thursday evening. How much rain are we talking about? Well, probably 1 to 2 inches of rain could set up, but maybe not as much if it's a fast-moving storm. So we could be lucky and not have a big problem with rainfall. But I'm still going to keep that heavy rain possibility as a big takeaway. It's a tropical system. It's got to bring rain somewhere. So that's why that's a concern. I don't really see much more than that, though, which is good. Strong storms Thursday in the afternoon and evening, and then those wind gusts could also be an issue as well. Again, the National Hurricane Center is keeping us informed on what the storm is doing. It's now a hurricane, and as you see here, they're flying a plane through it right now. So we're going to have new updates on this coming up at 10 p.m. and also at 11 p.m. You can see the wind speed that they're getting there, 68 miles an hour. Not quite hurricane force, but it's close. So we're going to see what's going to happen with the storm. It's going to give us some new model data on where the storm is going to go. I'll see you at 10 and also 11 tonight for the latest. Have a good night.